Hey, all right, it's one of the biggest issues for parents today. How much is too much when it comes to electronics? I'm offering a really radical perspective on this one. And here's a spoiler that's not spoiling anything. Your kids are doing just what they should when they choose lots and lots and lots and lots of electronics and time with electronics. What? Yes. You heard it here, and I want to hold your hand as you walk with me for a moment into the energy of fully trusting your kids when it comes to this. You're probably here because it is a question that has tortured you to some extent, right? In this video, I'll outline for you why it is okay to trust your kids, and it is even more important to tune into trusting your own heart when it comes to how electronics figure into your lives. And wouldn't it be amazing if there were a way for your heart to be aligned with your child's heart when it comes to electronics? It's all coming up. If you love raising your vibe with every video, then tune into my channel, Radical Frequency, for conscious parenting and relationship advice. And please subscribe and hit that bell to be notified every Tuesday when I upload a brand new video. So we're an unschooling family, and describing us this way, to me, it means that I'm leading with faith and trust in the inherent rightness of my child and his or her experience. It often means, most of the time I think, means sitting with uncomfortable and unpleasant emotions within me, waiting, being present with myself as they reveal themselves and morph into truths that are sometimes so different from how they first appeared. There is this real strong sense of judgment that we as a culture are attaching to the use of electronics. There's so much talk of screen time and controlling screen time and monitoring screen time. I think there's the app within the iPad called Screen Time, which is great. I mean, awareness is always great. But the restricting of screen time is what we're talking about now. There's so much talk of restricting it because it seems to coincide with this incredible sense of fear of harming our children, this real danger that seems to be everywhere. It becomes just another thing that conscious parents have to control. So let me pose this uncomfortable question. If controlling the electronics is a response to a fear arising within us, why would we not seek to quell and soothe our own fear first before projecting outside and controlling our child's experience to make our emotions feel better? I first want to touch on the demon of the previous generation, and that was good old TV. I remember a friend commenting to me when our children were little, "TV kills creativity." I hung out with a Waldorfy homeschooling crowd, and we were going to do everything right with our kids. We were so much better and smarter and more evolved and more conscious than our parents. Well, we were young, so what am I going to say? We were young. That's why we thought that. When I heard my friend talk about TV, it really dug into my insides. My kids loved TV and iPads, and here's the thing. I love them too. I kept my beliefs hidden from my friends. And when my kids were little, I actually binged on Law & Order SVU. Law & Order SVU. For years. I think Law & Order is the only franchise that has so many episodes that the binges are years long. But yes, I did binge it. And there came a day, though, that it no longer appealed to me at all. I had become complete with what it had to offer me. That show and its other iterations, especially Criminal Intent, gave me something. It was a great part of my healing journey. I think a lot of people might consider it profane to describe a TV show, and especially one as violent as Law & Order can be, as a healing show and part of their healing journey, but it was for me. It really was. And I was not aware of how it did that until it was already done. I'm a survivor of childhood rape, and I am completely healed from that part of my life today. And it's not just because of Law and Order. Take the Law and Order program to heal sexual trauma. No. I'm actually so grateful for my experience with abuse in my childhood. So how did I get from traumatized to healed through SVU? Well, it only started with that show. There are so many steps on the path, but looking back, as I see myself on the sofa watching Elliot and Olivia swoop in the final moments of the episodes, I realize they saved the day. They saved the child. It was literally their job to care about what happened to those kids and to rescue them from the clutches of evildoers. And it was so personal to me when I watched them. And they had an amazing record because it was TV. The bad guy seldom escaped. That was really healing and satisfying for me to sit in that energy just in front of the TV. And then there's Vincent D'Onofrio from Criminal Intent. Remember, he'd be like, who would do that? I'd feel so empowered. Take that, perpetrator. That one went right to my solar plexus, healing my personal power with every episode. And so I would feel that twinge whenever I heard people judging TV. Everything is here to help you. Not a few things, not some things that we agree are spiritual in our lives, but everything. And everything in our universe is vibrational. It has a unique frequency. Take a moment to look into your heart. When was there something on TV, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or other such like that spoke right to your inner being and held it lovingly? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know. I know we all have these experiences from media. That's why we go back to it. I mean, I decided to start making YouTube videos because I personally love YouTube and I just find it so healing, and it's everything. Everything is there. Let me know if you think media is complete junk. I want to know that too. I want to keep the dialogue open, lively, and loving as we learn together. Everything has a frequency. The rescues on SVU were a vibrational match to my desire to believe and feel satisfied that the universe responds to the pain of children, of all beings. Once I had integrated the frequency of safety and self-power enough, I had no desire to keep watching. I didn't need it anymore. So enough with the judgments of brain rot and so forth. I'm not going to deny my feelings where I felt loved and cared for when I watched a TV episode. That's pretty powerful. What would it be like to trust that your child is constantly emitting the frequency of what they need? Sending it out not just to you and the other caretakers in their lives, but to the abundant universe. The universe that always responds with the exact frequency that is needed. So I'm saying that the awareness that the universe responds precisely to the frequencies we emit should be enough to feel more comfortable trusting our children's choices. It is something I'm strongly aware of. Like, I know this law, but it is incredibly important. It's incredibly important. Pay attention to this. To acknowledge that we have to keep returning to that truth of the situation, that we live in a kind and benevolent universe. I also need reminding. That is what it means to be present. When we are present, we're able to return to the frequency of the truth, which is that we can trust our children. Another idea is to inquire with your child. Younger children need help to get a sense of what they're getting from videos or games. What do you like in that video? How do you feel in your body when you play your game? Your outside inquiry becomes their inner self-inquiry, and ultimately strong self-awareness. They develop a sense of why they do what they do. Then can they begin to understand how their choices serve them or don't serve them. It is not an overnight process, but it is definitely one worth cultivating and fostering within your child. And now, how can you start to feel better about trusting your children? Dialogue and inquiry, like I mentioned previously, will go a long way towards soothing your own heart. But as you go along this road of developing your ability to trust in your children's choices, do not neglect protecting your own heart in favor of an ideology that you should trust your child. Remember that this is a process of growth and love for your whole family. And it does not have to be painful as it unfolds. If your heart does not feel good allowing unlimited electronics or unlimited food or unlimited anything else, you must follow your own heart above all. Remember, you are teaching your children to trust in themselves and tap into their inner guidance. When you allow yourself to tap into and follow, when you are present with yourself, even and especially when fears about electronics arise, when you are present and you honor your own heart by restricting them, when it soothes your heart to do so, just realize that more freedom will be released from that loving energy. More freedom, not less, when you protect your own heart. And become aware of any insights that arise when you undertake this process slowly and lovingly. I hope this video offered you some clarity. It's a huge topic and one that I will revisit regularly as my own perspective evolves. I also believe that leading an unschooling family requires a dedication to the awareness that learning and evolution is iterative and invites constant re-examination and loving self-awareness. My great desire for you is that you continue to ask your heart to share its perspective on how you should be living as a parent. You will know because your feelings will tell you. As you trust and receive your feelings more and more, you become more attuned to yourself, to your family, and you become more conscious. So much love. If you want to keep the conscious parenting discussion going, please join my Facebook group. It's free. It's linked in the description below. And if you like this video, please give me some love by hitting the like button, and please subscribe so you never miss a video. I love y'all.